Hello, this is Manny from the Four Eyes Academia, and today we'll be doing another chapter review of One Piece. Today we'll be doing chapter 1005, titled Devil Child. We have Ponley, Abby, and a guest in Jerry today. So to start off this review, we start from the end of last chapter, where we find out that the scabbards were found on the second floor, bruised and bloodied, and King tasked Black Maria to go kill them. So at the beginning of the chapter, we have Black Maria ready to go and attack the injured scabbards. But before she does, she wants to lure Robin to the third floor. And she wants to do this by having Sanji to transmission Sanji saying for Robin to come and help him. And by doing this, she wants to trap her at the entrance. And she begins to hit Sanji over and over again, wanting him to do it. And this is when we start getting to the best part of the chapter, with Black Maria throwing a flurry of punches, or Sanji quickly asking him to tell Robin to get to the second floor. Sanji says, "How am I supposed to get a word in if you keep hitting me?" During this, Black Maria's minions are like, "Oh, he's so defiant. Probably gonna tell her to go to hell or something. He's never gonna give in." And then we get one of the greatest One Piece panels we have ever seen, with Sanji screaming, shouting, or screeching, or whatever adjective you want to use, begging Nico Robin to come and help him. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
If I speak,
I'll be in big trouble.
Let's start with you, Abby.
Like, he could have done it in any other way. He could have just kept silent. Like, I understand that he wants Robin to come and wants to give Robin her moment and rely on her, but bro, it did not have to be this. I had secondhand embarrassment whilst I was reading this, like, from the runny nose to him actually screaming like out loud, Robin. And the thing is, it's gonna be so embarrassing when it's animated, because you can actually I can hear his whiny voice.
They're gonna go to him
out loud saying, like, it is gonna be so hard to watch. But I don't know. This is an L. I guess some people might see it as a win somehow, but I love Sanji. I just don't like what has occurred in this chapter. Like, look how he butchered my son. This is embarrassing. Like, I don't like this.
Jerry, any thoughts from you?
I don't really care what anyone says at this point. It's fairly obvious that Oda feels some type of way about Sanji for some reason. I don't know, maybe a blonde French guy moved to his goal or something. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, he's odds with his own character. But yeah, when I watched it, it was a bit odd, to say the least, seeing Mr. Prince go to a damsel in distress. I personally didn't expect it. I thought, like I said, he'll just take it, like a man, and just some other type of way get Robin involved by, screaming, "Don't come here, it's a trap," etc., etc. But to see him, turn into the Nami Usopp position, I wasn't really sure about that role. But in hindsight, I guess you could call it, if you want to stretch it, you can call it character development. This is the type of thing that he should have done, that could have prevented the whole Cake Island scenario if he had just asked his crewmates for help instead of just internalizing that guilt or that shame. He just asked for help. So yeah, he's given Robin, because Robin, throughout the story, no one's really relied on her in a physical sense. So for him to give her that props, and obviously Robin reciprocated that. She said thank you for believing in me. So I can see how that could be seen as character development. But it was awful to watch. Awful to experience as a Sanji fan. The fact that he fell as well. This obviously wasn't Sanji's chapter to shine. Definitely not. He was made to look like a clown on purpose. Hopefully it's leading to something greater. Like, hopefully. But yeah, it was kind of cringe to watch. But I understand Oda's point of view.
I don't think he'll go outside, to be honest, but I need to see him just doing madness. He'll probably fight like someone who said, I can't remember who said it, but he may fight like maybe Jack or Queen, but he needs to just fight one of the All-Stars, beat them, then he'll be redeemed a bit. But I know we know Sanji's strong anyway. It's just that one, that whole scene there was just not showing him in a good light. But we will see anyway.
Sanji's meant to be one of the monsters free, and he can't bad up or even defend himself. I think that's the biggest issue. I don't need him to bad up women, because obviously that would completely change his character. But him not even being able to defend himself or get away just makes it a lot more pathetic. And he should have found a ways to go around him.
I mean, you know how Nami a few chapters ago was getting beaten up by Ulti? Yeah. So, and then it's like if Nami in that moment was to say, oh, okay, fine, Luffy isn't going to become Pirate King, that would have even been more understandable in her position than what Sanji did in this position. Like, she still said, yes, Sanji, I mean, Luffy's going to be Pirate King, even though she could have got her jaw rocked again. But Sanji, who's strong and can handle it, I don't think he was that hurt. In that moment, I get it. It makes him seem selfless, but at the same time, it's just too embarrassing to watch. So I'm torn apart. I don't know. Like I want to say I want to like it, but I can't. Seeing your fave go outside like this is just too embarrassing.
I think what this makes it a bit different to the Nami situation is that if Nami did say that Luffy wasn't the Pirate King, she was just literally doing that just to save her own life. I don't feel like in this instant, Sanji is calling for Robin to save her necessarily, but more so Robin can handle this. That's why I'm calling her over.
Yeah, because he knows. To be fair, he knows Robin, and he knows Robin. He's thinking Robin's stronger to handle. You know, Black Maria.
No. I believe that, but no.
But I get what you mean. It's the way he did it. The way he went around it was just so sad.
I think that's the issue I have with it. It's not necessarily the result of it. Is how he got there. That's what the issue I had.
Yeah.
If he managed to contact Robin some type of way saying, "I'm in trouble, please come and help me," fair. It's just the whining and the screaming, "Help me!"
Everyone was like,
yeah, I know everyone. Who was it? Was it what's his name? The guy that's fighting. Yeah, Sasuke. That said, "What kind of man does this?"
No, I think that was that
Frankie? I don't know. It was one of them. It was in that panel where they were both fighting. It says, "What kind of man does this?" But but Sanji would have gotten beaten up. Like, I know, not because he's not capable of fighting back, but like in the same way that he fought Khalifa and lost.
Yeah, I mean,
he would have lost this fight.
Even says here, it's so ingrained in his psyche. It's like he can't even put up, what do you call it? Armament haki.
Yeah, he can't. So he would have gotten defeated. Like the same way the same way Nami could have gotten defeated by Ulti, he would have gotten defeated. Like he would have let himself get defeated instead of defending himself.
Yeah. Well, okay, moving on from that scene, we get to see that all the different cyborgs are on every single floor respectively, and that's how everybody hears the broadcast through the cyborgs that are on each floor. And then we get to see that we still have Apu still fighting. Someone got up, he's holding his own. We got Chopper still working on attempting to heal those at the bottom floor. We also have we see Kids and Law's crewmates fighting, all of them hearing the broadcast. Marco and King going toe to toe. We have Jinbei versus Who's Who, Frankie versus Sasuke, and Nami and Usopp, with the latter pointing out where the transmission is coming from. Out of the fights that I mentioned now, which ones are you looking forward to the most?
I'll definitely say with Jinbei and Husu, for the main fact that there's history that we don't know about. So definitely looking forward. And Frankie's fight, because that theory has been brought up that there may be a correlation between Sasaki being a fisherman. He might be have some relations in his lobby. Sometimes see how that builds up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both. Not exactly because of the fight itself, but what can be revealed within the fight. Like what Jerry said, Who's Who and the history he has with Jinbei, and then Sasaki and revealing if he is from Water 7. That's what I'm looking forward to. Not actually the fight itself. I know people are going to hate me for this, but I really don't care for the way Jinbei and Frankie fight. They're not my favorite people in the world. Like,
actually, I actually lied. How can I forget the main fight coming up? Robin's first fight in 15 years?
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
we'll
Black
get
Mirror.
to
I'm looking
that.
to. I think that's the one I'm looking forward to actually.
Yeah.
Black Mirror versus Robin. That's what I'm looking forward to.
So on that note, that is pretty much the main event of the chapter, I believe. So so moving on after the announcement by the cyborgs, we get Black Mirror being surprised that Sanji was able to give up Robin so quickly. Then we have Sanji begging Black Mirror to let him go, and she's like, "No, I lied. I was never gonna let you go." We then move on to seeing a leg, which it was easy to guess that was Robin. As she's ready to hit Sanji again, we see Spank by Robin, and then we quickly see Brooke freeing Sanji from the webs, and Sanji heads towards Kinemon and the rest of the Scabbards, stating that he doesn't know why, but he's going to be useless here. And them not all saying that, of course he will be. We also get Robin saying that because of her history, seeing her friends being mistreated, brings out the devil in her, like one of my favorite panels, to be fair. So yeah, with all of that wrapped up, we got Robin being happy with the fact that Sanji is relying on her for help. So we're definitely going to get, I think most people predicted this, we're going to get a Robin versus Black Maria fight, and this is the first time that we've seen Robin, like as far as I can remember, since pre-time skip, actually having a significant fight. Skypiea. Who did she fight in Skypiea?
That fat priest, young man.
Yeah. So this is the first.
Skypiea really her last fight.
Have lost one-on-one.
Oh, 1-on-1. Yeah, that's true. That is
Because
true.
in Water 7, she was cuffed up the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't remember her fighting anybody specific in Thriller Bark.
No, I mean, it's funny you mentioned that in Thriller Bark. Remember when there was like this little monkey spider thing?
That Brooke fought.
Yeah, that Brooke. It was her and Brooke, and again Brooke is here fighting against a spider. So that's a little callback.
I keep saying this, that there's a heavy correlation between pre-time skip and post-time skip.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that Wano is definitely the Thriller Bark version of pre-time skip. We get quite a lot of similarities, and I think this is just another drawback into it. But yeah, like you said, Jerry, this is the fight that I'm looking forward to the most. First time we've seen Robin fight in a very long time, and obviously she was away 2 years with the Revolution Army, so she's probably picked up a few things in regards to her skill level.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I can imagine her having observation haki more than arming it, to be fair.
Using a seasonal assassin, that would make sense.
I agree with that.
Do you think everyone in the Straw Hat all the Straw Hats will get haki at some point?
Chopper ain't getting shit, sorry.
Bloody hell.
He's sad.
I'm so dead.
I hear it though.
Dead.
What's that? Yeah, hide that. Just hide that down.
No, he's gonna say.
I think the main, the big three will have
finished.
the big three will have the main ones. Other than that, I would like for Robin to get one. We know Usopp has observation, right?
Yeah, I think Usopp will eventually have the best observation haki.
The thing is that do they need?
Yeah, he definitely would have. I reckon.
But as a sniper, yeah, he would.
Yeah.
You need it. Like I can't imagine Frankie. He's a cyborg. Like you wouldn't really need it. Nami doesn't really. Why would you?
The only reason why I think Frankie
Nami observation.
maybe working with his robots. I don't know.
So Frankie and armament haki would be cool. I mean, I don't know. Then how would it be decided? Is it just on a need basis? Like
yeah, I prefer when it's not. If it's not allocated to every single one, like sort of make it special.
Like I'm fine with Frankie, Nami, and Chopper not having it. I thought, does Brooke have one? Do we know if Brooke has one?
Nah, we don't. Yeah, we don't know.
I feel like he should. I feel like he should. I wouldn't be mad if he doesn't, but I feel like we should.
Like almanac hockey on Bones, really.
I don't know if
hockey. I think they're unique enough. Like they have unique enough abilities on their own to rely on.
But I definitely feel like Robin should have one, man. I definitely feel
I think she might at the very least a new technique.
Yeah, we need to see something new about her right now. Like
Robin demon mode. I'm ready.
Yeah, she did refer to herself as a devil child or devil. And the chapter's name is Devil Child, so I need to see some shit. Like her eyes need to glow or something.
Yeah. She's the kingdom glow.
something needs to happen.
How do you guys think the fight is gonna turn out?
The thing is, I don't know what is Black Maria's abilities right now. I've seen her do the spider webs.
I just know she's an ancient spider. I don't know what
She
else.
like
She's got
what
that
is
weapon as well. But they talked about it on the panel actually, but I didn't read.
yeah. I mean,
like to me, I've got like when I saw her from the behind, I was like, okay, turn around a bit.
Well, you're
But
checking out her behind now.
It looked kind of.
Wait,
hold down.
Jerry, you're checking out her
Ow.
behind now.
Take a lap.
Why did she do that? That was like there's literally no reason. Like why do you have to
Take a lap.
unwrap like that?
I mean, to sew artist the tattoo at the back. I mean, who knows? She might fight like this, and the front might not be what we think. Like,
Do you know what's funny about that scene? Her to the back, she pulled her hair to the front so you can see the tattoo. And she was trying to flex.
she really was.
There you
Yeah,
go.
she definitely was.
She was like, check out this ink. Like,
I'm really interested in that weapon. That looks fierce. I don't know.
Yeah, the
yeah,
weapon
yeah,
looks
that's
good,
what I'm
man.
thinking. Like, how is Robin gonna fight against
And
a
it's
weapon
cold.
wielder? Like,
Don't worry, that's why we haven't, because we don't know what Robin's fully capable of, because we haven't really seen what she can
Think
do.
about Robin, she can probably create weapons from the limbs that she creates.
Her basically makes her hands sprout all over. Like, maybe she can have them loads and build up in a way that they could be as a weapon or just
Yeah.
giant fists
because
or
post
something.
time skip, her thing now is that she can make gigantic limbs
Yeah, she can
and that's
make
just
her-
it.
Oh, I mean,
she can make wings as well,
really good clones.
And wings. That's
and
true.
clones.
and clones as well. Yeah,
And
yeah,
clones.
No, but last chapter we all thought that the woman with the face
yeah,
cover-
yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Robin.
I'm surprised.
Like, so even I was speaking to Abby about this before, and this is what jarred me. This is why sometimes I feel like I'm an idiot. I was thinking like, oh, why when the announcement was made, that character that we thought was Robin was the only one not making the announcement. For me, just to for Abby to tell
Yeah,
me that,
just to.
is that, but that's where the transmission is coming from.
Sanji was speaking to her to then transmit to everyone else.
Yeah, and I think even on the last chapter, I think we're so like deep into order, like we just want to catch a theory. In the last chapter, if you actually read at the end, we see that she's the one giving the transmission out. You hear a beep coming out of her, and then she's the one that's talking through King. So it couldn't be Robin if we just took a few more minutes to look at it.
Yeah,
But she looked exactly like Robin. That was jarring. That was
I
jarring about
think
it.
he did it on purpose. He
Yeah,
put
absolutely.
us off. He did it on purpose.
He's a big troll, man. Big troll. But yeah,
Is Robin
after
even here though? Is her actual body here, or could that be another clone?
I would think it's her body because I couldn't
What,
imagine
can
her.
her clones fight? Are her clones just as strong as her?
That's what I'm thinking.
Can
I
her
wouldn't-
clones use
I
more
think
power?
like low, like once they get hit, it's like a naughty thing. They just.
Oh, then I guess so, because she hit Black Maria.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It seems like it's her.
It's
Not.
like OP. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And even outside of that, I wouldn't imagine her sending a clone up there to help Sanji and Brooke going with her.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
for it to only be a clone.
I don't see the purpose of it. I feel like this moment it should be Robin. It shouldn't be anyone else
yeah.
or any other
We'll see.
version of her.
Yeah,
We'll see. Okay, so moving on from that chapter, we get to the forbidden storeroom in the Skull Dome, and we have Yamato, Momo, and the Shinobi, and we get a little kind of a small throwback of when we first were introduced to Momo and his character and the excitement he gets around boobs.
Always finding a way, like Robin, Nami, Yamato.
And if that's what I said, there was actually no need for this as well. I'm sure Oda could have thought of a better way.
This whole chapter was unnecessary. Everything about the chapter.
Like, the Shinobi could have put him on his back or something.
Unnecessary.
Like, it was just not needed for
Listen,
him to jump.
unnecessary.
Inside
I
the thing,
think
innit?
wasn't she trying to hide him so that no one can see that she has him?
But they know that was there because they had the little cyborg thingy that was spying on them, and that's why
That's
they
true.
knew they were there. So
That is
she
true.
knew Momo was there. They all knew Momo was there. There was literally no need for her to do that. She could have put him on his back. He could have
It
been
is
standing.
false.
I don't know.
It's just One Piece doing One Piece. Honestly, there has to be some kind of perverted moment there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then moving on from that, we get the injured Jack. I've been asking for weeks, where is Jack? Completely forgetting that he got punched up by some of the scabbards.
He manifested again.
Manifested again. And then obviously some of his underlings were trying to make their way to the second floor where the scabbards are to obviously attack them too. And Jack was like, nope, you lot can't do that. Don't try to underestimate them. And he's having flashbacks to the time that he got punched up by them. So by the looks of things, we have Sanji going towards the second floor. We have Jack going towards the second floor, and we have a missing Queen. I have no idea where it is. And Queen last time I saw him was on the ground floor. So I wouldn't be surprised if instead of us getting Sanji versus Jack, we might get Sanji versus Queen. If I had to put money, I'll put Sanji versus Jack. Jack is fairly injured. I feel Sanji is injured too, but not as much as Jack. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
We're also forgetting that there's a mystery person in the storeroom.
Yeah, there's a 10th person, isn't there?
With the scabbards.
I think we all know who it is, but I think it's gonna be.
So I don't know if it's gonna change anything in terms of the matchups, but I don't like Jack. I really don't care for him. I want Sanji to fight someone like Queen. Like I don't really care for Sanji versus Jack, unless Sanji does some cool shit like brings out the raid suit.
Well, I think someone called it. There's gonna be the battle of the sloppy seconds.
Oh my days!
Sanji the same versus Jack. Battle of the sloppy seconds.
Battle of the sloppy seconds. I am finished.
Jack's gonna go.
My word.
And he's gonna meet who we think is Fury, right? So then obviously there's gonna be a woman in danger, can't defend herself, and Sanji's gonna wake up.
I don't want to see this again.
It's gonna happen.
I can't be asked. No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Yuri play us out to at the end of Act 3. It's been Act 1, Act 2. We have to have it at Act 3 as well.
You just reminded me that Act 3 is still going on.
It should be ending soon.
Bro, this act has been going. Is it gonna end soon? Is it just?
I say it should be ending soon, but like there's too much going on right now for it to end.
Unless it ends in a fell, like I can't see this ending. Like
It's actually gonna be five acts because I don't know. It might just be like.
It might be just order throwing us off again.
Nah. Just think off the pacing team. I do think Act 3 should end soon, whenever that is. This year hopefully. But we'll see. The way it's shaping up. Was it one thing I was confused about? That he said that even though the scabbards are injured and near death, that the Flying Six can't handle them. That's a bit of power getting there, which I didn't expect.
I didn't expect that either.
I would assume as to me that makes a bit more sense because if you're looking at like people like Frankie, that's flying, is fighting against them right now. And the scabbards were able to, I wouldn't say damage or keep up with Kaido, but they were at least able to be there for a little while. And I think if we put Frank in that situation, he's getting whacked within seconds. So if you look in the order of things, if the scabbards are able to stand with Kaido for a prolonged period, they should be able to punch up the Flying Six, because this is not even Jack, Queen, or King. You're looking at a level below that. So I do feel like the scabbards should be able to punch up, not with ease, but
it was Black Maria as well, which I don't think is that strong compared to everyone else. From time Robin is taking her on, let's be honest. Like, if it's Black Maria that's gonna go after the red scabbards, even if they are injured, I'm pretty sure some of them can take her on.
Right at the end of the chapter, it's just setting us up for Black Maria versus Robin. Black Maria stating that from now on, you are part of, you belong to Kaido. And she's like, nope, I'll rather die. And that's how the chapter ends. So we come to the end of this chapter review, chapter 1005, Devil Child. Thanks again to Bonley, Abby, and Jerry for joining me today. And hope you guys watch more for Eyes Academia videos. Do you guys have any final words to say?
Sanji, I need your remontada.